All right, what's up, everybody? This is PND from PriceIsKing.com. Let's get to it. We're going to be talking about cryptos. We're going to be talking about XRP, and we're going to talk about Bitcoin. We're going to look at it from a technical perspective, what you see on the screen, charts, and technical analysis, right? For example, you see a lot of videos out there that talk about XRP going to the moon. It's going to hit 10,000 hours. You see like a lot of these thumbnails out there that says, hey, 5,000, priced at $900, $1,000, 5,000, 10,000, 100,000, right? All these videos are out there claiming that it's going to go to 100,000. And yeah, sure, maybe it might happen. No doubt about it. I'm all up for, XRP going up that high. But the fact of the matter is, it's not going to happen that quick. All right, you need to be mindful of exactly what's happening, right? It's going to gradually get to a certain number, and it's going to get there, but it's going to take some time. When the news comes out, when there's good news that comes out, they'll have a bump up and a bump down, and there's going to be a lot of these institutional players that are getting in. And if you don't know what happens, institutional players, they're not going to just place an order for 1 billion XRPs in one shot, right? Because with cryptos, and just like even with stocks, there's going to be orders that people can see. Whenever there's an order that's placed, people can see it. There's book maps out there, there's tools out there, and with crypto, it's an open book, right? Like when you see a big transaction, people can see it, right? And institutions don't like that. They don't want to show $1 billion order or $500 million order, let alone even $1 million order, right? They don't want to show that. So they want to actually buy, slowly, right? And they'll pause, and then they'll buy, and they'll pause and buy. If they have $1 million order or 1 million, XRPs that they want to buy, they're going to gradually buy them, right? Over a span of 5 days or a span of 10 days, whatever it may be, right? They're not going to go ahead and just place $1 million order. And because of that, that is what's happening right now in the markets. Right? There's positive vibes with XRP. There's positive vibes with Bitcoin, with all this reserve, Trump in the office, all this talk about it, right? And at the same time, institutions they want to get in, and they don't want to be left behind. And so it takes time. And they will do it. So let's take a look at these charts. But this is why we're here, right? And what's happening? I mean, why was there a dip? Why? What's going to happen next up, right? You want to kind of see, and this is the Bitcoin thing, but this is the XRP chart, right? We had a dip today. In the last 24 hours, we saw a big crash. And if you were to zoom out, you can see from up until January 21st, right around here, we had a really low of $3 and 0.098, right? Now, we kind of broke that today, and it went below, right? It went as low as 294, right? And it's continuing downward. So if you look at it, it's still got some red candles that are printing. We've got these little long wicks, and they continue to do that, right? And so what we have to do is we have to look at it. Okay, this was the previous low. If you were to zoom back out, you'll see that there was a low here that it broke, and so what we need to do is we need to get back above that, okay, for the boss to get back in control. This is for XRP. We need to get back above this number, this $3.01 number, right? If it does, both are going to come back in control. Right now, there was some push downwards, and if you look at volume and whatnot, if you look at orders, if you look at the blockchain, you'll notice when these and the reason why I say that is look at what happened here for the last couple of days. There was some consolidation happening, right? When you see this is basically orders being placed, large orders over a span. So some people might buy 100, boom, goes down, sells it, buys it, sells it, right? So what they're doing is they're buying stuff here. Buy. And then what happens is they want to not only get it at a cheaper price, they try to push the market down. This happens with stocks and futures all the time. And crypto is no different. That's why you see this price go down, because people are now institutional, the big boys want to buy in. And this will happen for the next, I would say, God knows, maybe another week, 2 weeks before there's a big splat up, right? When that splat up happens, it's going to break the $3 and go straight into 4 and then 5, right? That's when you know that, okay, you know what? This is what's happening. And if you look at, and this is the other way of looking at it, right? I don't know if you have capabilities of looking at charts using Renko bars, but you can actually look at it on Renko charts and see where the big sell pressure is happening, right? And then the buyers come in. And so now when you're seeing this, it looks a lot different from your daily chart. Like you see all this noise that you see, that disappears. Especially, I don't know if you guys are new to crypto trading. A lot of people don't use Renko bars when trading cryptos, which is fine, right? I mean, to each is your own, right? Everybody can do whatever they want, however they want. But I'm trying to look at it from multiple angles, right, to see where things are. Now, we need to go back above this number, and when that happens, this was the previous lows. We saw that there was a number bottoms, triple bottoms right here. Now we need to go back above in order to go back above. So that's at the 5 cent mark, $3.05. And then after that, we were looking at $3.07. And then where all the consolidation happened, that was way back over at the 14 cent mark, $3.14. So we need to break those before we try making ultimate highs, which was at the 328. I'm not even talking about the previous high, right? I'm talking about just recent highs. And so we need to break all of those on the XRP front. Right, so keep an eye on that. Look for opportunities. Anything below $2 is actually a buy, right? And if this is something that long term will definitely pan out successfully, right? Look at my videos on technical analysis on other instruments or futures, stocks, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And this is how you're looking at it. So XRP right now, golden opportunity to buy. I don't think you'll probably see another, maybe a couple of days before, all these buyers come in and take good amount and purchase them. And eventually take it back up. You notice that in the past few days, there was news out there about a lot of XRP going into Coinbase and whatnot, people trying to sell and whatnot. It's more about liquidity more than anything, because if you're an XRP holder, I don't think you want to sell. Not yet. Okay. And then those people are talking about going straight morning from here, from all the way $2.90, $3 around that range, or all the way to 1,000. It will happen eventually, but it's not going to happen that fast. So just be mindful for all those videos that you see about, $10,000. It will happen eventually. Okay. It's not just going to happen in 1 month. Okay? It may take a couple of years to get there. As more and more institutions adopt XRP, they will get into it, and that will drive ultimately the market cap, and that will drive the price up. All right, so enough with that. This is what's going on XRP. Let me know what you think. I'm going to go ahead and talk about Bitcoin now. Take a look at the Bitcoin, and you see Bitcoin, BTC, also took a big dip. Right? And there was news out there about Trump signing and all this stuff. Right? There's all these things are very much news driven. So be mindful of that, right? When you see opportunities, if it goes below 100,000 Bitcoin, golden opportunity to get in, all right? This is the Renko chart on the Bitcoin, right? If you zoom out, you can see there was a big leg down, some downward pressures and up. And if I were to zoom in, you can see there's a huge consolidation of leg down. You can actually, when you see something like this and you see double bottoms, you go in and get long. So you would go ahead and buy around the 8 areas. When you see 2 of them, and mind you see 3 of them, you can get in for a short. If you're a day trader, if you like to trade cryptos and you want to get in and out, there's 2 of them over here, 1 down here, and then you see another leg over here, boom, it went up. There's only 1 here, so I wouldn't have gotten it here, but you see there's 2 of them here, in fact 3. Again, 1 and 2, get in. That's where day trader says if you're trading with cryptos, So what's going on with Bitcoin? I mean, if I were to actually look at the Bitcoin and zoom out, you see I've already marked all of these bars, right? Where there was some price action, there was some resistance on. So we need to make sure that this remains support, the 101, 152 in this range. As long as this, obviously Bitcoin is very much a volatile instrument, right? And so it fluctuates a couple of thousand up, a couple of thousand down. And so when we're looking at, this is a 5-minute chart. If I were to go back to like maybe a 30-minute chart, you'll see the picture of where things happen, right? So I marked the lows in the past couple of days. And the previous lows right here, and you got the highs right here. So these were the numbers, right? We want to try to stay above this number. Do 101, 145-ish. Okay. Once we stay in this above this range, there's going to be some room back upwards. So if you're day trading cryptos, in this case Bitcoin, you want to try to go long in this area as long as it stays. But again, a lot of consolidation that happened right here, sideways market. Those were just most likely institutional players trying to get a good price. Usually you'll see this a lot in futures and stock market. And when you see the side market and then splats down, what ends up happening is it stops a lot of these people out. And once it stops them out, boom, it takes all your orders and then goes back right up. Okay. So the name of the game is manipulation. They're very good at it. Bitcoin, XRP, ADA, they're all the same, right? It's just how much money you have, how much time you have to trade. All of that takes into consideration, right? ADA, if I were to, let me see if I can put ADA on this chart. ADA is Cardano. I'm using NinjaTrader. If you're not familiar with NinjaTrader, very useful tool if you can connect it to Coinbase. Right now, you cannot trade directly from NinjaTrader, but at some point you will be able to. Right now, I use it for a lot of my technical analysis as well as loading up my indicators. And I actually use it against my RAM indicator that actually makes very interesting analysis on when to get in long and when to get in short. All right, so EDA, look at what happened. We were, if you zoom out, right, and if I were to squeeze this in, this was the area right here. And this was the area, right? And this is like sort of a consolidation, right? And then you had a mini consolidation line here. And then all of a sudden, splat went below this, right? So right now, again, EDA is one of those US-based cryptocurrency. What happens? People want to get in. The big boys want to get in. If they missed it, this is actually a great opportunity. You're below $1, right? Think about when, like, for example, and I don't want to give this as an example, but remember back in the days when the market was crashing and Citigroup was 99 cents. You're looking at ADA being in that position right now. Even though ADA and Citigroup are no comparison, you want to make sure that you look at this because this is a golden opportunity. ADA is one of those $10 markets that it's going to easily go to $10 when things pick up. So with that said, let me know what your thoughts are. What do you think about these three instruments, Bitcoin, Coinbase, as well as Cardano, PriceIsKing.com. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Please subscribe for more videos on cryptos. I'm going to be doing more in-depth analysis. I'm going to be creating a technical indicator related to such RAM indicator that will be available for everybody to add onto the NinjaTrader platform. Thanks for watching. PriceIsKing.com. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe.